Hey polish fans, it's Caroline again and welcome to another video here at Dreamland Lacquer. In today's video we are doing part 2 of my summer nail polish rack. This is a collaboration, so make sure to check the list down below for all of the other participants that will be posting their summer nail polish rack videos as well. Today we're going to dive into my purples. We left off right here with this China Glaze. That one was Funky Beat. And today we are going to continue with our purples with this one here from Dreamland Lacquer. This one is called Check This Out. This one came out in polish pickup for April 2022. This is a reflective polish, and what I really like about this one is the tone of purple that this one is, and check out that beautiful blue. This one has such a gorgeous flash to it, which I think might be slightly camera shy. It is really, really gorgeous, and I love the sparkle from the reflective glitter. This is it in 2 coats. This one does have a top coat on it. I used the Orly second dry top coat, and I noticed that when I use that on reflective polishes, it doesn't seem to get me a super high gloss finish because the reflective polishes are pretty thirsty. So if you want them to be nice and smooth, I would suggest either a very thick glossy top coat, or you can also use a glitter grabber on top of your polish and then a glossy top coat on top of that. But I really like the tone of this purple, and again the twinkle from those reflective glitters are really pretty. This one was decently opaque in 2 coats. I think longer nails might need a third, but really, really pretty polish. So that one was Dreamland Lacquers. Check this out. Next up is an Emily DeMolly. Look at that on the swatch wheel there. So pretty. This one is half orange. This was a very popular release when she released it a few years ago by now, and it is such a gorgeous, gorgeous flaky polish. This is a beautifully juicy purple loaded with those shifting flakies. You see oranges, greens, golds, pinks. I mean, these flakies are beautiful. So this is it in 2 coats. Look at that polish. This is definitely a favorite of mine. Again, it's such a juicy color, and I love it when you have a warm flaky or shimmer against a contrasting base like this purple. It's just one of my favorite things to see. Absolutely gorgeous. So that one was Emily DeMolly, half orange. Next up, we are looking at a glitter bomb from Raechel Polish. This is Purple Garnet. This one is full of glitter in a bunch of different sizes. You've got metallic and hollow. I want to say there's also iridescent in there. Yeah, I think those are like crystal chameleon flakies, the ones that you see punching out as a orange and a red. And then you have those holographic shards, the ones that are sort of like crescent moons. A really fun combination. This one is absolutely gorgeous and full of fire. This is it in 2 coats. Look at that twinkle, just totally freaking my camera out. This is one of those polishes that does have a jelly base, so longer nails might want a 3rd coat, or if you want to save your polish, you could put this over a blurring base coat or over a matching undie, say in that really deep purple. Wow, my camera doesn't like to focus. Just matching that really deep purple that the base is. But I love the components in here. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Very, very holographic and fun. So that one was Raechel Polish, Purple Garnet. We are looking at another Emily DeMolly. I have quite a lot of those on my summer rack, and I have even more that didn't make it to my main rack, but will be in other videos later on. This one is I Must Confide. This is one of her absolutely gorgeous shimmer polishes. This is not maybe a typical summer shade, but I really wanted to get this one on my nails sooner rather than later. And look at all the colors that are in here. You've got this really beautiful blue base, and then it is jam-packed with that shifting shimmer. So you see greens, pinks, and golds, yellows, bronze, teal. I mean, the colors just keep coming. Look at that one right there, sort of a berry shade that pops. This is it in 2 coats. This is another somewhat squishy formula, so I feel like longer nails would probably need a 3rd coat. But just look at that shimmer. Very pretty. This could also make a good transition polish into the fall because this is more of a mysterious polish compared to the brighter ones that I've picked. But again, love the shimmer on this one. It's just absolutely gorgeous. So that's Emily Damali, I Must Confide. Next up, we've got a very bright cream polish from Orly. This is Synthetic Symphony. This came out in their summer 2021 collection, and it makes for just such a beautiful, fun, bright summer color, so I had to include this one. This is definitely the brightest purple that I have on my summer nail polish rack, at least on this main one. Love the tone of this. It's almost that ultra violet color. Just beautiful. And that one was beautifully opaque in just 2 coats. I don't see too many people needing a third unless you have very long nails. So that was Orly's Synthetic Symphony. Next up, we've got another shimmer polish, this time from Bee's Knees Lacquer. This is Fairy Punch Father. This is a pretty new release, came out in the Tiny Tina's Wonderlands collection, and I had to include this one in my summer rack because it is such a beautifully punchy color. It is a juicy purple base, again loaded with this beautiful shifting shimmer. You see a load of aqua and green, some pink along the edges. Just gorgeous. This is it in 2 coats. This is another polish that is on the sheerer side, but in direct lighting, when you don't have backlighting coming up from the back side of the nail, is not quite as sheer as it's coming across on camera. But look at that shimmer glow. Absolutely gorgeous. Love this one. I think you can see why I had to have it on my summer rack. It is just beautiful. And if you wanted to punch up the color and make it even brighter, you could wear it over something like either Synthetic Symphony, which is that really bright purple, or a lighter purple, which is still pretty bright. This one is China Glaze's Funky Beat. And something like that could help amp up the brightness of the color if it wasn't bright enough for you. But I thought that was a stunning one to add to my summer rack. So that was Bee's Knees Lacquer Fairy Punch Father. Next up, we've got one of the few thermals that I chose for my summer rack. This is from Sassy Sauce. This is Mad Happy. This is a beautiful purple, absolutely loaded with shimmer and with flakies. I don't remember what color it turns to when it is warm, but look at that shift. You see green and gold and pink and orange. Absolutely gorgeous. And again, the tone of this purple is really beautiful. This is it in 2 coats. This one is a little bit more opaque than some of the other polishes. It's really gorgeous, and again, you have that contrasting shimmer, which I really, really like. You've got the juicy purple and the warm shift. That is going to be beautifully shifty in different lighting situations. Absolutely gorgeous. So that one is Sassy Sauce, Mad Happy. Next up, we've got another reflective polish. This one from Fair Maiden called La Dame de Feu. This one came out in May's Polish Pickup, and it is a really beautiful squishy blue. So the base is somewhat jelly. Then you have that beautiful shifting shimmer from red to green to gold, and reflective glitter. Had to get this one when it came out in Polish Pickup. I mean, look at that bright blue. And again, with a warm contrasting shimmer. This is it in 2 coats. Again, it's not going to be as glossy as some of the other polishes because this one does have those reflective glitters. They do tend to be thirstier polishes, so I would definitely suggest either a thick glossy top coat or using a glitter grabber on top of your polish before you use a glossy top coat. But I thought this one was another really beautiful, fun, bright color. And again, those shifting shimmers are just beautiful. So that one was Fair Maiden, La Dame de Feu. Next up, we've got another fairly new to me polish from Girly Bits. This is Sugar Shack. This one came out in her concert series, and it is gorgeous. This one is a mix of shimmer and holographic flakies, and just look at everything going on in there. Again, that shifting shimmer from red to orange to green to gold. Really gorgeous. The holographic flakes in this are one of my favorite things to see in polish along with the shimmer, so both of them combined are just spectacular. And this is all in sort of a light blurple base. I mean, it's blue on camera, I feel, but in person there's definitely a lilac shade to it. So it's a beautiful shifting polish. This is it in 2 coats. I still feel like on camera it's coming off a bit bluer than it is in person, but either way it is a beautiful color. Look at that red glow just popping. Again, I love the holographic flakies on this. I think it looks beautiful on the nail. And again, that glow, I just can't get enough of that glow. Just gorgeous. So that is Girly Bits Sugar Shack. Next up is one from Polish Molish. This is Fairy Peas. This one just makes me smile. I think it is just adorable. It is a beautiful purple, somewhat grapey base. You have these adorable pea green glitters in a couple of different sizes, plus you've got iridescent flakies in a beautiful pink to gold. Just such a fun mix. I think it's such a cute concept and the name is adorable. This is it in 2 coats. You can add more glitter by adding a 3rd coat, or you can sort of space them out and do some slight placement, but I was able to get them out of the bottle relatively easily. I didn't have to do any fishing, and I think it's just such a cute and unique polish. Again, the tone of this is absolutely gorgeous. Just a pinch on the dusty side, but still bright enough, I think, for summer. That again is Polish Molish Fairy Peas. Now we're moving into the section of polishes that's gonna not exactly be in color order. Once I got into the blues, things started to sort of merge. So I'm not sure if they're going to be in exact rainbow order, because we're starting with some darker blues. But in any case, we've got Orly's Blue Tango. This one actually came out in the Orly Fall 2021 collection, but I thought it was a really beautiful shade for summer. It is bright enough, I think, that it works for summer. This is it in 2 coats. Again, a beautiful cream blue, opaque for me in 2 coats. And we'll see a comparison of the other dark blue that I have so far on my rack here in just a moment. But that one was Orly's Blue Tango. And the second dark blue polish that I have is from Essence. This one is called Electric with a bunch of eyes. This is, as it would suggest, a pretty bright blue. This is it in 2 coats. It does have a more squishy formula than the Orly, and I think in person it is ever so slightly brighter, but I mean just by a pinch. It's not exactly the same shade either. In person, it's much easier to tell the difference. I think on camera it might be slightly difficult to tell the exact nuances that I'm seeing in person, but you do have the cream formula here from Orly, and then the slightly squishier formula there. I think you can see my finger slightly behind there. But again, this is the kind of polish that when it's on your nail and you're not dealing with some backlighting, 2 coats is probably going to be enough on most nail lengths, unless you have very, very long nails. But again, a nice bright blue for summer. So that was Essence Electric. Next up, we have one from Garden Path Lacquers. This is Those Blue Memories. This is another fairly new acquisition for me. I absolutely love it, so I wanted to get it on my nails as soon as possible. So I added it to my summer rack. I mean, look at all those colors. This is one of the formulations from her that I absolutely adore. You have shimmer, you have flakies, and micro glitters, all combining to make a very unique combination every single time. Absolutely love this one. So see, at this angle you see more of the blue from the micro glitters. Then when you shift it towards the light, you're seeing the shimmer and the flakies. Just lovely. I cannot get enough of this. She could come out with polishes like this all day long and I would be thrilled. This is it in 2 coats. This one does have a somewhat sheer base to it. Most of that color that you're seeing is from the ingredients, the flakies, the glitter, and the shimmer. So this one, I think on longer nails, you might need a third coat, or you could put this over a blurring base coat. Basically, anything that matches your skin tone might be the best for something like this. That way you don't darken up the blue or accentuate too much of the orange. You would still get that beautiful mix of colors. It would basically just be a your nails but better opaque look as your base, but another stunning, stunning color. Just love that one. So that is Garden Path Lacquers, Those Blue Memories. Next up, we've got a purple. See what I mean about it being slightly out of order? This is a fair maiden called Reach for the Sky. My bottle has definitely faded. I believe when this one was released, it was more of a neon purple, but I really like the shade that it is right now, so I did want to go ahead and include it in my summer rack. This is it in 2 coats. It's not quite as intensely vibrant as a lot of the other colors that I've chosen, but again, I love the tone of this. It's sort of in that very Perry family where it is a purple, but it does have some blue in it. I really, really like that. So had to include that one. And again, this one could make a really nice base for some of the other sheer polishes, but we'll see how I end up wearing it. So that was Fair Maiden's Reach for the Sky. Next up, we've got another shimmer polish, this time from Dreamland Lacquer. This is Darker Dream State, and this is a beautiful bright blue with a bunch of shifting shimmer. Again, you've got green to red to gold. Very, very pretty polish. I don't think I have regular Dream State to compare it to, but I love this tone. The shade of it is absolutely beautiful. This is it in 2 coats. It is one of the more sheerer polishes, again, because it is a shimmer polish. Oftentimes you do have a more translucent base so you don't drown out the shimmer particles, but look at that glow. Again, with the contrast, it's one of the things I absolutely love to see in polish. That green to gold and that warm orange, just beautiful. So that one was Dreamland Lacquer, Darker Dream State. Next up, we have another Emily Damali. This is Blessed with a Curse. I believe this one came out for her Halloween trio in 2021. This is such a unique polish. She's got these matte white glitters and a really beautiful light blue base. And again, with one of my favorite shimmer particles, you've got an orange to red to green to gold, which is really gorgeous, contrasting with the base and with those beautiful glitters. This is it in 2 coats. This is another one that on longer nails, I think you might need a third, but look how neat that looks on the nail. The glitters almost look like bubbles. And again, that shifting shimmer is just one of my favorites. It's actually different from the one that's in Darker Dream State, because as you can see, when they're tilted towards the same light, you have gold in the Emily Damali, but green in Darker Dream State. So very, very beautiful. Again, love the glitters on that one. So that one was Emily Damali, Blessed with a Curse. Next up is one from Rogue Lacquer. This is a brighter blue. This is Where There's a Will, There's a Wave. This one came out in the Summer Advent Calendar for 2022. This was a limited edition offer that they had released, but keep an eye out on her website here when she reopens. I believe her store is on vacation at the moment. However, in the Rogue Lacquer group, she has mentioned that there might be some available when she reopens. So if you want to get your hands on these, definitely keep an eye on when she's going to be reopening the store, because there might be some available. But this one is a really fun one for summer. I thought the entire collection was very, very fun. Look at the metallic flakies in here. You've got a very bright summery blue and then those beautiful green metallic flakies. It's one of the components that I don't see too often in polishes, but I love it when I do. They look gorgeous. This is it in 2 coats. Again, you've got that bright summer blue. And I love the green speckles throughout the polish. Just gorgeous. This one is one of the more opaque polishes in 2 coats. So unless you've got very long nails, I don't think you would need a third. Look at that green pop up. Love that combination. So that was Rogue Lacquer, Where There's a Will, There's a Wave. Next up, we're sticking with our bright summer blues with colors by Leroux. This is Young Turks. This one is a beautiful holographic. I actually didn't pick out too many linear holographics for my summer rack, and I think I need to remedy that, but this one is beautiful. You can see that linear flare on the nail there, and it is a beautiful, vibrant but deep blue. Here it is in 2 coats with a glossy top coat. Again, that linear flare is just gorgeous, very prominent on the nail. I wouldn't be surprised if this one was a stainer, so if you have issues with that, I would definitely double up on your base coat, but that is such a beautiful color. So that one was Colors by Leroux, Young Turks. Next up is somewhat of a squishy formula from OPI. This one is called Dance Party Teal Dawn, and this is another really bright turquoise blue. Like I said, it does have a somewhat squishy formula. This is it in 2 coats. I thought it was really fun in 2, but I think some longer nails might need a 3rd for full opacity. But tonally, I think it's absolutely gorgeous and very fun for summer. Might be a good taupe color, just nice and vibrant, and I love the squish factor of this one. So that is OPI's Dance Party Teal Dawn. And then the last polish that we're going to look at in part 2 of my summer rack is from Pretty Beautiful Unlimited. This one is called Red Carpet Prototypes number 2, and this is from her Almost Made It to Polish Pickup Volume 3. This is another absolutely dazzling kitchen sink polish. I mean, look at everything. I don't even think I can name everything that's in here other than just listing off flakies and hollow and shimmer. It's got all the goodies. She comes up with these really fun combinations, and this one is just gorgeous. This is it in 2 coats. Look at that. You've got a rainbow on the nail, all in a beautiful bright summer blue. I think this one might have to make it to my shortlist to wear. I love the pink that I'm seeing popping against the blue. That is so fun. This one does have a slightly squishy formula, so I think longer nails might need a 3rd coat on this one, but again, it is just such a beautiful combination. I think that might be one of my favorites of my summer rack so far. So that is Pretty Beautiful Unlimited, Red Carpet Prototype number 2. And there you go, that was part 2 of my summer nail polish rack collab. Make sure again to check out the list down below for everybody else that's participating. I'm sure you're going to see a lot of gorgeous polishes. I know I'm very excited to see what everyone else has posted. And make sure to stay tuned again for parts 3. We're going to start with our greens. I've got a lot of those to show you. Just a little teaser for you right here on our next color wheel that we'll be going over. And then after that, our yellows, oranges, and reds. We'll see how many of those fit on a swatch wheel. But thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit the little subscribe button down below. That way you don't miss out on any of my new videos. And I will see you in that next one.